Hello and welcome back to that Eurovision site, Eurovision with a Slice of Life. I am Angus and today I will be reacting to all the songs from Showcase 1 of Eurosong Belgium, the Belgian national final for Eurovision 2025. Eurosong Belgium, not to be confused with Eurosong Ireland, is back as it is once again VRT's turn to select the Belgian entry for Eurovision. The strange format from 2023 that saw Gustav selected for the contest has been ditched in favour of a one-show format, but that doesn't stop the Flemish from throwing in a little curveball. That curveball? The 8 songs that will be competing have been split into 2 groups, with each getting a dedicated showcase. Now, I haven't seen Showcase number 1, and I don't know much about these artists or their songs besides what I read in a press release and what a very quick internet search gave me. But I am looking forward to getting to hear the songs that Gustav, Merel, Emily de Forest and a bunch of people involved in Belgian music and television media will be giving their points, or maybe not, to on the 1st of February. Also important to note, today I am joined by the most important co-presenter in the world, one of my cats. That's also why my bed is a mess, because you cannot disturb a cat. It's against the law. Anyhow, let's get this started, shall we? First up is Grace with Pull Up. Now, I haven't heard any of her songs, but I do know she has some of discography already. But I am aware she was born in Amsterdam, grew up in Belgium, and won season 7 of The Voice van Vlaanderen, the Flemish version of, well, The Voice. The internet also tells me that Pull Up was written by 3 people, including Grace herself and 2023 Eurosong contestant Amira. Okay, it's an interesting opening at the very least. Yeah, this feels like a fairly standard pop song so far. That's not at all a bad thing, to be clear. Like, okay, Grace does have a good voice. I could totally see why she won The Voice. Okay, the chorus is not hitting me like I wished it would, but Grace does have a lot of personality on stage and is really selling. She does know what she's doing, even on this, let's be real, dinky ass stage. And she's using that cane as so well as a prop. Genuinely, she knows what she's doing on stage. She brings the attitude, she brings the energy. Oh, hello. Are there some, like, there's trumpets in the background? Or at least some brass that was introduced there. That was kind of neat. It's just a shame when the chorus is the least interesting part of a song, but I can't look away. I am genuinely, like, she pulls you in with her performance. Dance break. I'm sorry, I've moved past the need for dance breaks. I'll give it this, the chorus is very catchy. Like, it's very easy to start singing that along before you've even finished the song. I won't do that because you don't need to hear me singing. And let's be real, if I did end up singing, well, we would get into trouble with copyright. Anyway, that was the song. Yeah, Pull Up with Grace. Apparently there is a different language in there. I already thought there was something going on. The other language of the song is, the internet tells me, Lingala. It's an honor for Congolese roots. Love a different language. While it is in there, it wasn't that noticeable. That's why I was a bit... I didn't say anything about it while reacting. But it's always good to have another language in Eurovision, in my opinion. Grace is a great performer. Let me start with this. Grace is such a strong performer. That being said, the song... well, it's a bit generic. The dance break in particular just feels like it is trying to take off like present day Eurovision boxes instead of having a full proper place in the song, to me personally. But any complaints I have about the song, which is mostly just that, is it's fun, like, it's very competent. Like, I know this is damning with faint praise, but it's a very competent song. As such, there's nothing wrong with it. And Grace is such a strong performer that she truly sells it to me as just a good song. So The overall package is already there, despite obviously there's not really space for staging or anything on the Eurosong stage. But I had a decent time with this. I will definitely be taking that. There's nothing wrong with a song like this in the end. Song number 2 time. Song number 2 is called Perfectly Imperfect and comes to us courtesy of Leez. Now, I'm not entirely sure on that pronunciation, but I think it's Leez, because Leez is the stage name of Lisa van Rossum. She was a finalist in Belgium's Eurosong for Kids in 2005, Belgium's national final for Junior Eurovision. Also the Voice van Vlaanderen alum back in 2016, and her debut single from 2023 had a pretty good run on the Flemish charts. And that is where my knowledge about this woman ends, so let's find out what Perfectly Imperfect is like, shall we? Okay, I love her voice already. The slightly deeper, but sound is always nice, very rich. The production feels very dramatic. There's not much yet, but it feels like it's going to take me somewhere. I was vibing, but I'm sorry, the line bittersweet honey. There's something very sweet about this, but the stage presence is not quite there for me. Again, difficult on this Eurosong stage. The song does have a nice beat and groove to it. Like it keeps moving nicely, keeps you engaged. Like there's just throughout the production, the highs and lows are very well put in there. And this is definitely the kind of chorus I can hear blasting over many radios. I mean, she got the audience clapping along, which is always a good sign anyway. Okay, vocal moment. And that was We're Perfectly Imperfect. That's not how I would describe the song, to be honest. Perfectly Imperfect is... it's not bad. In the end, it felt very there. It's one of those songs that if you hear it on the radio, you'd be perfectly fine hearing it. And there's some pretty good and cool moments, but there's nothing that really draws me in, which is a shame, because I do feel there's a lot of potential in all of this. Now, again, that could also mean that, you know, with a bit of tweaking, with an improved performance on just a better, bigger stage, this song could really become a moment of the night. But as it stands, it left me a bit cold. And as I said, while on the one hand I do enjoy just some lyrics about, you know, the contrast, you know, the pleasure and the pain, that kind of stuff, it is a bit overdone, especially in Eurovision. It's bittersweet, your honey. It does not sit right with me. And I know that's very much a me thing, and that's very unfair to Leez and her fellow songwriters who worked on this song and who crafted a perfectly fine song, but it's just not quite hitting for me. But at the same time, I did like how she was singing, what she was bringing to the stage. Now, I do feel she was struggling a bit with the song at points. But that's also because she's really trying to sell it in, again, an environment where how are you going to try and sell anything with the camera angles available to you in this showcase? Yeah, I just, this is a song that I struggle to say a lot about. Not in a good or in a bad way, it's just I don't have that much to say. So on that note, let's move on to lied nummer 3. Fille à Papa by Manou. Yes, it's a French title in a Flemish national final. Now, I haven't paid any attention to Eurosong 2025, but is this once again a case where the Dutch language Belgian broadcaster has no songs in Dutch, but does have a song in French? Because that is funny, but also very, very strange. Anyway, Manou is a Belgian singer-songwriter / DJ. truly dedicated Eurofans might remember her from when she competed in Junior Eurosong 2009. So we have another Belgium Junior Eurovision national final alum. And another former The Voice competitor, albeit from the Wallonian version, The Voice Belgique. The song was written by Manou and Willem van der Stichelen. Willem is the third writer on Grace's song, and also the producer on another song we will hear today, the final one by Lenn. It should be noted, Willem was also co-producer of Gustav's Because of You. Will his magic strike twice with any of his Eurosong songs this year? There's only one way to find out, right? So, let's move on. Okay, yeah, so we do begin in French. Okay, so we started with some more... There was a hint of like chanson under the electronics earlier, but now we just move into Dance for House, which, you know, we love a good unt. I mean, this gets me bobbing along, which is already good news. Manou, be careful that the backing vocals don't overpower you. Oh, this is disgustingly catchy in the best possible way. I will be hearing this song in my head for the rest of the day. Guaranteed. It does the beat reminds me of something, but I can't quite put my finger on that. But that's not at all a bad thing. Oh yeah, I'm having a good time with this. On a bigger stage, you will need more people on stage with her, or something else going on, because this will have her drown on the big stage. But this is a good start. Some vocals on the bridge, which is a good place to put them because it makes it very memorable. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. This is actually, I'm having a great time with this. So what did I think of Fille Papa? Well, I had a great time with this. It brought some energy. There were some like nice highs and lows in the production, despite it mostly being like a house-inspired like dancey track. I just had a very good time. It's very catchy. Again, I'm going to save you from my singing voice, but I could totally sing along to the chorus already, such as it is with most just papa ra papa. It even got my cat to move. Would you look at that? Miracles do exist. Yeah, I just had a good time with this. This is a song that wants you to have a good time. And a good time was had by all. Isn't that all we ask about? Now the lyrics, I don't speak much French, I will admit. So again, also me translating Fille Papa to Daddy's Girl is a bit of a guess. But I'm not sure if I want to be digging too much into those. Then again, it's a fairly repetitive, as is the nature of the genre, fairly repetitive song. So that is alright. That's more than alright. We're not here for the lyrics, because we don't have to be. They serve the function of making it a complete song and giving Le Manou something nice to do. Like, you know, letting her sing a bit, show off a bit. I will say, once this graduates to the Eurosong stage proper, and if this will go to Eurovision, we do need to properly invest in the staging. We need it to be joined by other people on stage, because by herself, this is the kind of thing where she will be just drowned out and look a little lost. Not any of her fault, but this is the kind of song where you really need a bit of a party atmosphere or something more going on. But, you know, if you're already thinking about that immediately when listening to a song, that usually means that you're dealing with a pretty good national final song. I do think that is the case here. I had a pretty good time. I would say maybe another thing is this is the kind of song where you do need to be careful with the vocals. As we saw, Gustav is a great singer actually, and you could really tell in Because of You, and he with Fille Papa, there were some moments where I felt that Le Manou fell a little bit flat, and there was also a point where the backing vocals felt a little loud compared to her voice. Which is, I mean, that's all minor sound mixing and practice things. And let's not forget, you know, this is the first showcase. Things will change just in the way her performance is, even if nothing else changes between now and the final. So, we just have to wait for the proper live, I think. But this was already this was a good showcase for Le Manou. Finally, Let's get to it, shall we? Lenn Naves, aka Lenn, and his song Air Balloon. This is the song that Willem van der Stichelen produced, so let's keep an ear out for that. Although apparently we already had his house song, so who even knows? Anyway, this is Lenn's debut single, but he is an experienced singer. He performed in musicals such as Oliver, and also was part of a song for Belgium's children's TV channel Kittens. Now, if you think that Lenn Naves' surname is familiar, you would be right. He's the grandchild of Louis Naves, who represented Belgium in Eurovision 1967 with Ik heb zorgen, and the very catchy Jennifer Jennings in 1969, finishing 7th both times. We stand a consistent king. This is also not Lenn's only connection to singing, as his dad Gunther Naves enjoys an extensive and successful career in Flanders, including 7 albums in the Flemish ultra-top charts. Sunrise in the background of a staging usually means uplifting ballad. This is... Oh, what is going on with his outfit? Why does he have a dangly thing on it? He has dangly things on his arms and I just don't... Why is that the thing distracting me already? Oh, this is very... I'm sorry, but this does feel a little very dated. Like 10 years ago, this would have been pretty good. This is the kind of... Yeah, some electronic strings and a beat to create like a energetic, uplifting ballad, isn't it? Lenn does have a very particular voice. I'm not sure if it's entirely for me, but it's the voice that you do remember, and that's always worth something in Eurovision and competitions like that. It's like this weird combination of breathy yet deep. I mean, this is again another case of very catchy chorus. Like that beginning part of the chorus is already stuck in my brain. Lenn is also very happy to be on the stage. He's doing a good job performing to the audience. To the camera, a bit less so, but who can blame him? That's very... He seems like a very sweet guy. That's a very sweet song. That was Air Balloon by Lenn. And he was having such a good morning. As I record this, it's already noon, so song no longer applies to me, does it now? Jokes aside, it's pretty decent. It does feel a bit... And this is both a positive and a negative, to be clear. It feels very like that kind of like uplifting song you see in like human interest programs where they make a family happy, or that you see like it what tries to be sort of an inspirational ad. And that's good because you instantly know what the song is really about, and it does feel like it's sort of like a just an uplifting, happy song, but at the same time it does feel a bit generic in a way that it doesn't want to be, to me, to be clear. Lenn's voice is very particular. There were moments where I really liked it on the song. There were moments where I did not quite vibe with it on the song. Well, you know, that's something. As is, like, it's better to have a very particular voice than not at all stand out from the crowd, I think. And it does bring very much a personality to the song. I think with the orchestra, or just, you know, a renewed production, a slight revamp, this song could actually really hit. Because the songwriting, I think actually the musical songwriting of this, I did enjoy quite a few bits of it. But I just need a bit more... just a bit more oomph from those uplifting strings, right? That would just be very nice. Maybe you know, make it sound a bit more like really it's a good morning. You open the windows and it's almost like Disney style, like, oh yeah, here you have the chattering birds singing away beautifully, and the sunrise is over there, and the air balloon is just, you know, across your back garden, and you can just hop into a flyaway and enjoy the sunrise kind of deal. And yeah, for that it just needs a little bit of extra refinement, although that could also be the audio situation over on the showcase stage, right? You know, but that's a production note. Production can always change. The basic song is perfectly fine in the end. As I said, it does miss some personality, genuinely, for me. You heard me react to all the songs. If you watch this video, you've probably listened to the songs yourself, haven't you? I have my favourites, you have yours, and I would love to hear about yours. Don't forget to leave your favourite in the comments, leave a like, it always helps on a video, and subscribe and hit the old notification bell so you are the first to hear our reaction to the other 4 songs competing in Eurosong Belgium. That video should be coming out sometime this week. At the very least, it will be out before the final of Eurosong Belgium, which is on the 1st of February. Now, we also do on this channel a lot of other interviews and discussions and reactions to all the other national finals. So if that is something that interests you more than Belgium, also, like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff. For other coverage on Eurosong Belgium, Eurovision, and things way beyond the contest, don't forget to head over to thateurovisionsite.com, our website where we do so much news and coverage and so much more good stuff. To stay up to date on all the latest without going to the website, you can follow us on our socials. It's at That Eurosite pretty much everywhere. Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, Tumblr, Threads. If it's a social media site, we're likely to be on it. Thank you so much for watching, and tot ziens!